Ja, en we zijn live. Zijn we goed te horen, mensen? Goed te...
Are we
Yes, are we...
loud
Are
and
we
clear?
live? We're live. We're loud and clear. Yes, yes. There we
Are
go.
we loud and clear?
I think we're
Cuz,
live, Timo. Yes.
it's already Monday. Time flies when you're having
Monday.
fun.
Let's break into our not so how do you call it? Not so regular show because we're all new right now, right?
Indeed, it's a new show.
New show.
We improved the stream a lot. I have to say, you improved the stream a lot. I mean, if you're looking at the front screen right now, you can see a lot of improvement already.
Yeah.
And if you're looking at that, wow, there's only one problem, Cuz.
Yeah, I know.
Here he is.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Yes.
Here we are. So, yeah, well, you improved the stream by a big time. I mean, if you look where we started, I think 2 months ago, and where we are right now, you can see a lot of improvement.
Yeah, and it's also time not only for improving the visuals, but hey, also we've got something nice and community driven, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We talk for the viewers who are watching, or who watched the stream on last Wednesday, the dev stream. They already know what's going to happen, but hopefully there will be people who watching for the first time, and then that's all brand new for them.
Brand new. The music already spoils it a little bit, and the title, of course.
True.
I can do this. Yes, title as well.
Yeah, this is gonna spoil a little bit, but yeah, we're going to talk about different games in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, let's do it. So basically, the title says it all. It's our classic deep dive series, and every Wednesday, Wednesday and Monday, we will let you people in chat basically vote for what's coming up the next week or the week after. And this Monday, episode 1,
it's gonna be about Warcraft 3.
Warcraft 3 by popular demand and popular vote.
Exactly.
So, what is your what is your association with Warcraft 3, Timo?
Well, I mean, I'm the guy who's gonna ask the questions, not you. I prepared all of the questions already, so okay. I will do my bit in the later on. Okay.
Yeah, sure, no problem. No problem.
No, so what we're gonna discuss eventually is we're gonna talk about a bunch of games, old games, and today what you already mentioned, we voted for this game. We voted for Warcraft 3, and indeed the music spoiled it already a little bit, but yeah, we are. Let's start with it.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go, man.
I will start with the questions then.
Yeah.
Warcraft 3, Cuz, please tell me. When was it the first time when it released it then?
When it released, it's really a relic of the early 2000s, to be honest. Warcraft 3 it's a game that released, I think it was 2001. Let me see if I can find it. Warcraft 3 release date. It came out as Warcraft 3: Reign of Chaos. That's what that's how the game first came out. It was actually released in 2002, to be exact. And it's what a game, man. What a legacy.
What a legacy.
What a legacy.
Can you remember still the first time that you played Warcraft 3?
Well, I remember I was about 12, 13 years old. I think it was the year 1 of high school when I played this game for the first time, and it was at a friend's place too, actually.
All right.
It was at a friend's place, and I still remember the words that he said back then about the company as a whole, the company who made this amazing game back in the day, Blizzard Entertainment. I was amazed. I said, what the hell is this? What is this game? This is so cool because it had not only the classic RTS, the base building stuff, right, and the minions controls and the big wars. It also had RPG elements in it. Yeah, you can recruit heroes and they can level up, and they can have skills, and you can level those skills up. And I was like, oh my god, dude, what game is this? Tell me. He said, yeah, this is Warcraft 3, man. This is amazing. Do you know a game called Diablo? I said, yeah, I know Diablo. It's amazing, yeah. It's also one of the best games, Diablo 2, one of the best games ever made. And I still remember what he said then after that. It's like, well, basically, if you see this logo, Blizzard Entertainment,
then
when you see this logo, you know for sure that you'll be buying quality games. Look at where we are now. Times have changed, but but what an amazing game that was. Back in the day, Blizzard, they made, I think, classic after classic after classic after classic. Does that answer your question, Timo?
Yeah. But wasn't the time that you have to have a CD, right? You have to put in the CD, install it, and then you can play the game. That was the time, right?
You had to install it. It came in these amazing. Do I have it?
Oh, that would be awesome, though.
I still have I still have them, but they are down in the basement, man.
All the
my god, I forgot
the real copies of
the real copies, man. I still have them
of the Warcraft 3.
Yeah, still have them back in the basement, and shit, I should have gotten those.
But can you explain to me a little bit? I mean, most of the viewers will know Warcraft 3, but what does the game at that point of time make it so special?
Storytelling. The story of this game is still the basis of another really big game that is still going strong right now at the moment. That's called World of Warcraft. That's basically the direct sequel of this game. So this is about the real-time strategy game and not about the MMORPG World of Warcraft. But storytelling. But like I already mentioned before, the RPG elements that they combined with the strategy gameplay. Yeah, that was unique, man. That was really unique. Also in full 3D. Games weren't always full 3D back then. So yeah. Look at us, by the way. If you look at Warcraft 3 on YouTube right now, you see our live streams on YouTube.
Oh, that's perfectly.
Yeah, wow.
That's nice.
Yeah, and also what it also really sparked back then
is really, if you putting your Warcraft 3 right now in the YouTube, then you will see a live stream.
Yeah, let's see if I put it in an incognito mode. I'll let me see if I can find that. This is incognito. Oh, let me go to. Let me turn this off really quick. Yeah, fix it. Oh no, that was only when I was still logged in. This is incognito. Maybe if we scroll long enough, then we can find. Eventually, we'll find it. Yeah, but with the logged in view back here, there we go. That's us, right?
All right. Yeah, true that. But okay, but at the time it was a pretty unique game then, right?
Yeah, it was.
But what made it
really
so
special?
unique? You said it was because of the 3D. That was all new.
Yeah, because the previous games in the series,
90s and early 2000s.
Let me mute this. The previous games of the series, because this is Warcraft 3, they were 2D RTS games.
Yep.
And Warcraft 3, basically the first one in the entire series up to that point that was fully 3D, yeah. And also the voice acting, fully voiced characters, heroes, and also units. Yeah.
Everything. It was all
All voiced. Yeah.
All unique.
Yeah. All unique. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
And also some nice memes and nice memes and sound effects that are still used in recognized still in 2025. It's amazing.
Yeah. All right, but if we go back a little bit, dive into the development of Warcraft 3, can you give me a little bit of insights how they did it? Was it really, how did they thought it out of? What how did they come up with this kind of games? Is it based on a book or what is it based on?
No, Warcraft is basically, as far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, everybody, is not really based on a book or anything. It is basically their own lore, their own universe that they created. Basically, Warcraft 3, it is it's based in Azeroth. The world is called Azeroth, and it has two gigantic continents in them, the Eastern Kingdoms and what's the other one called again? Where Lord Ron is. It's insane. I don't really remember everything from back in the day, exactly. But the world is called Azeroth. And basically it sparked books of its own after this game released, and also later when Warcraft 3, World of Warcraft released also as well. The lore kept expanding and expanding and expanding, and yeah.
Whoa! So it was a kind of unique how they wrote it and how they built it with all the different species.
Yeah, dude.
All right, cool.
Pretty much, yeah.
I got a lot of other questions, but maybe it's fun a little bit to play a little bit, right? You have
play a little bit. Yeah.
You have it already over there, right?
Yeah, we can. We can show a little bit of the game, of course.
I mean, the reason why I'm asking you this, I got a lot of questions also, but I think, well, you have Battle.net, and then, you have opened it, so perhaps we can do a little bit of a gameplay.
Let's see if I can open up the game right now. Let's change this to Warcraft 3 then. Warcraft 3, there we go. Where is Battle.net? Here is Battle.net. Timo, what are you making me do?
Oh, sorry. What?
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry.
Where is it? No, I can't do this while playing OBS
sorry.
Time, I think.
Then we're going back to...
Yeah, we can do some long
Oh, sorry.
Some videos if you want, and I can talk over that.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. All right. Because it's really, I think it was Warcraft that also has the first esports genre did they have, and they got a Dutch guy. It's still popular, right?
He's still popular, man. And I know what you're referring to. It's Grubby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grubby is he's a big one. He's a big boy in the Warcraft 3 scene. He still teaches people nowadays, and I think he was one of the first champions of this game as well.
The Dutch guy.
Dutch guy. Yeah.
The Dutch guy. He was. Yeah.
Yeah. You tell me.
No. I can still remember that it was back in the day that he won, and that was all over the news in Holland, in the Netherlands.
Yeah, it was special,
big
right?
news.
It's one of the first.
And everybody was looking at it and thought, "Whoa, what is this?" I mean, I can still remember my parents watching it, and they, what's is there tournaments like in gaming, something like that? Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, I can't really remember that being on the news. I know it's what's in the news because I've seen the footage later.
Yeah.
But really cool. Really cool because it's a Dutch guy, right? And it has to be on the news that the guy won the ESL, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and also Warcraft 3. If we're looking at not only esports, but it's also the birth of many new genres of gameplay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe not everybody knows, but a little game called Dota. Have you heard of that?
I know the game because it's quite popular in esports, but I'm really curious about your question about. How you referring it to? I mean, it's
Well,
quite
it's
popular, right?
basically Dota. It's amazing, but also the other big one, League of Legends. League of Legends is also an amazingly enormous title, enormous game nowadays still, and it continues to have millions and millions of players every day, every month. Actually, not every day. I don't think million, and maybe even daily. People are still playing that, but the originator of that game mode, the genre, the MOBA, the that originated on Warcraft 3 as a custom map, because that was also so ingenious of what games did back in the day. The modding scene and the custom game scene that was really big back in the day. And basically, but with the release of the game, Blizzard also released the map editor alongside of the game itself. And basically, people could just start making their own games, their own storylines, their own totally new genres, like I said. And I still remember, to this day, playing Dota at a custom map on Warcraft. If you could see the lobby back in the day, it was totally filled with only the MOBA maps. People were only playing that at the moment. If you opened the custom game view back in the day, and that transcended to how do you call it? The big games that we know now, Dota 2 and League of Legends, and they continue to be popular. Yeah, until this day. It's really cool. That all stemmed from a game out back in the day of 2002, man. Sick.
And Dota is Blizzard is the developers of Dota. I mean,
no. The developer of Dota 2. Yeah. Basically Dota 1. That there was a custom map on Blizzard, right? On Warcraft 3, right? Yeah. That was made by one guy.
Yeah.
And that one guy, just for fun, and it was really popular. It just became more and more popular every day, every week. And Blizzard also wanted to capitalize on that, of course. And back after a little while, they started making their own version, also their own game called Heroes of the Storm. Maybe you know that.
Nope.
You maybe heard of it. It's also a really big MOBA game. That's what you call the genre. But it was Valve of all developers who contacted the developer of Dota 1. And the guy Dota 1 developer was, let me see if I see his name. It was
Ice Frog.
Sorry? Ice Frog. Yeah, Ice Frog. Yeah, dude. Ice Frog.
Sorry,
oh my god.
I have to give the credits to Moonasai because I didn't know it.
Ice Frog. There you go, Moonasai. Yeah, man. Ice Frog. And he basically got recruited by Valve. And they asked him to create Dota 2, and it's still in development today, till this day. And I think the guy is still in charge there and making a lot of people happy, man.
But they looked at Warcraft and they stole a little bit of the concept. That's what they did with Dota.
No, it's they basically took all the heroes and all the units they took from Warcraft because it was in that editor, in that engine, right?
But was it illegal? Was Blizzard?
No, it was irritated. Just a custom. Of course they wanted to capitalize on that as well. They wanted to have a piece of the pie, and I think if you did? Yeah, of course. I think they also changed the terms of services for later games. That every time you make a custom game for one of their games, the IP is theirs. yeah. Everything you make in this game is our game now, right?
Wow, that's
what they did after Warcraft 3, but back in the day, they didn't. Blizzard was a nice company back in the day.
Okay, they were a nice company.
Yeah.
20 years later, it was not anymore.
Yeah, and then they did a merger with a really other big developer and
Activision, right? Activision.
Activision, yeah.
Yeah,
And they had to
then
make loot boxes and
make a lot of
and make even more money.
And that was not, how do you say it? That went not very well with the community, right?
No, the community they pissed on it. Actually,
They pissed in on it.
yeah, they really didn't like it. Now it's still you still whenever Blizzard does something new, they put out some new releases or news. People are still like, oh, yeah, well, Blizzard. It was so good back in the day.
And because a big part of it I reverted to a little bit when I asked you to play. I mean, Battle.net. Can you explain me a little bit what that was?
Battle.net is
Battle.net. Sorry, that was.
Yeah,
that was
you pronounce it Battle.net.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it
was the
was
first
really unique in its own thing. You know, basically, I think you can call it one of the first online frameworks.
So it was a little bit
For
the
video
Steam
games.
1.0.
Pre-Steam, yeah.
Pre-Steam.
It didn't really have how do you call it, like a shared friends thingy, shared friend system, but they didn't have other games on it. But it was basically a network that only allowed Blizzard games to live on. And it's still a network. They continue to grow out more and more and more and more, of course. But yeah, everybody knew what Battle.net was back in the day. It was free, and yeah, it worked really really well.
Is it still alive, or is it just?
Yeah, Battle.net's still alive. Yeah, it's in a new form, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's one of the bigger launchers right now. So you have Steam. But you also have Battle.net. You also have the Rockstar launcher. You have Epic Games, Epic Game Store, and Battle.net is one of them. If we go, yeah, I can't show it right now because of the stream. But Battle.net, yeah, it houses a lot of games of Activision as well. Right now instead of only Blizzard games.
Okay. And I heard it was a pretty good software system for Linux, right?
For Linux? Why?
Because you said before when we go live, you said, "Oh boy, I don't know." But
Yeah, man. I keep beating myself, huh?
Yeah, you keep beating yourself. You're the one.
Yeah.
Maybe we have to do one episode only about Linux.
Oh yeah, I can talk a lot about Linux, yeah. But I don't think
we don't
that a lot of people are
really interested.
Really interested in that, to be honest.
And they don't have to, because we talk about games and games have music. Linux doesn't have music, right? They don't have an orchestra playing while you are on the operating system.
You have a nice penguin. But
you can play Warcraft 3 on Linux. That's reassuring for people who want to play Warcraft.
Yeah, nowadays you can play almost any game on Linux.
All right.
Almost any game. So that's not a problem anymore. We solved it, people.
Okay, and now I'm really curious because now let's dive a little bit into the game itself, because you got different species. You can call them species. Or
races.
How do we call
they call it races.
They call it races.
Yeah.
You got the orcs, the undead, the humans, and the night elves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which race do you prefer, and why?
Well, actually, I always played I preferred the night elves back in the day.
Why?
Yeah, I was a big fantasy and Lord of the Rings and insert nerd stuff.
Lord of the Rings wasn't there yet.
Back then, yeah, it was. I think. I think it came out. The Rings movie. When did it come out? Around the same time, man. 2001.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
Extra points for Cas. All right, sorry.
Yeah.
Are we Chad, do you agree with Gus that that the Night Elves is the biggest race?
Nah,
Or
the cool thing about Warcraft 3 is that it's really, really, really balanced. Actually, really
how did they
balanced.
balance? How did they balance it? Because I think that's pretty difficult to balance.
Yeah, because this game was in development for like 4 years, and back in that day, that was a really long time, a really, really, really long time. And Blizzard's catchphrase was that they only release games when it's done. So it took them a long time to release a new game and to update, to come with expansions and stuff like that, because I really wanted to have it, wanted it to be perfect, you know.
And they did make it perfect.
This is near perfection. No, not one game is perfect, but near perfection. Me and my friends, from time to time, we still play this game. We still come back to it after all this time. You know, it's 23 years old.
It's the same
23
like
years old, Timo. Oh my god.
Same like Age of Empires, that kind of genre, that kind of games.
Yeah, well, it's the same genre, I think.
Sorry,
Blizzard-
but the same feeling when you're looking back or thinking back to games like this.
Yeah, yeah. But if you compare it with Age of Empires, what you just said, how do you say it? Blizzard was really, they had their own take on it. You know, Age of Empires was really big, really, really large scale, and Blizzard and the Blizzard RTSs, they are a little bit more compact, if you would call it like that. And also, like I said, with the RPG elements in it and stuff like that, yeah, that was something else, man.
And if we dive a little bit deeper into the development of Warcraft,
Yeah.
I don't know, did they build it with a big team? I mean, they have to build with a big team because and it was a big budget, and you said.
Well, it took them 4 years to create this one, and they created their own engine. And I said before, it was really unique to have a full 3D game back in the day, because 3D was hard, you know,
to build,
hard to make, hard to build, yeah. And they had to create their own engine for it because there was nothing there to support that kind of. That kind of scope of game, that kind of game, yeah. And I think it was around, I don't know the exact numbers, of course, but I think it was about 50 people, 50, 60 people or something working on the game.
But that's not that many.
No, well, back then it was. Back then, AAA wasn't really a thing yet.
Exactly, that was my next question, because I can remember what you're saying last week, that Warcraft 3 was the first AAA game.
I think one of the first, yeah, I think you can call it like that, yeah. The first, yeah. Yeah, hey, we have...
we can ban someone.
Yeah, but we're not gonna do that right now.
No, we're not gonna do that right now.
They are in the chat right now, so I am going to delete this message. So people are not able to see it, but let's do the ban.
Let's do the ban.
We got a nice animation for that. But
yeah, we do.
Take some time.
Yeah, but they make a lot of money from it. I mean, they tripled it
dude,
more.
Yeah, and also after a few years, they released this expansion called the Frozen Throne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's also millions of copies worldwide. It was insane, man. But I said that right? Warcraft 3 was I think the first AAA game, because you have to keep this in mind. Games were made by one guy on an attic back in the day. one programmer, maybe one sound guy. Huh?
That's it.
Yeah, that's basically it. And this is 2002, so the games were getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But a concept like a AAA, that wasn't really a thing yet. I don't think this was actually the first. What I said last time I think the first AAA game ever I think was Final Fantasy VII. I think, but I do think that this is also a really big contender because they basically put a really big team on it with all kinds of disciplines. So music, storytelling, design, gameplay, programming. It was a really big team for that time, and nowadays you have like hundreds of people working on the game. And,
Exactly.
Yeah, and for that time, this was also really big, and it really took a long time for them to build this one. But they had the budget, right? Because yeah, everything they touched was gold.
Also before Warcraft.
Yeah, Warcraft 1 and 2. Amazing sales figures, man. It was really big. So people really thought they could have taken it easy and basically released that game again. But they expanded on it. They made it bigger. And also StarCraft. You may have heard of that series as well. StarCraft. Huge, dude. Huge.
But was it in that time, that period of time, difficult? I think it's more difficult, but you're the expert because you have to do everything on the disk. The expert, the disk. How do you say the CD-ROM? The disk drive. The disk was the disk drive.
Look at what Windows said. Yeah, StarCraft, Warcraft, Diablo. Bro. Those were the big games back in the day, and they made every one of them. All one company, man. It's like Rareware. They also made classics all around the board, man.
They were on the top of the mountain.
Yeah, they were
producers.
One of the big guys. They were the big guy.
They were Rockstar before Rockstar.
Yeah, really. No, really. Blizzard was the game developer. Every time they put out a game, it was you could be reassured that it was really good. It was really good, yeah.
All right, but let's zoom in that part a little bit, because in your opinion, where did it go wrong for Blizzard?
Yeah, when Activision took over. Yeah, man, yeah. Basically, when that happened.
How did Activision get so big then? Because of the Call of Duty series?
Well,
because they have to take over a big company.
Yeah, but they really didn't take over Blizzard. That's the thing. Yeah, Blizzard had a parent company. Basically a parent company, not really a parent company, an investment group above it. Called Vivendi? I think it was Vivendi. Right?
Fortec? You said Fortec?
No. I wish. But Vivendi. Yeah, and I think also it was also the big investing company of Activision as well, and basically to save resources. I think that happened. I think that was the story. I'm not totally sure. I will look it up if you have a moment if you have a little moment. But yeah, but basically that happened. Vivendi was a thing above both of the companies. They wanted to have more efficient resources, make more, spend their resources more efficiently. I think that's the word. And when that happened, yeah, basically you had corporate Activision, the cash grab company of the 2000s. With Call of Duty, but also Candy Crush, games like that. Yeah, man. I think then that's when it took over. Then a lot of people left from Blizzard as well.
And now they are a little bit more independent again.
No,
they're still under the flag of Blizzard. They're still on the flag of Activision.
Officially, Blizzard is now a Microsoft-owned studio.
Oh, Microsoft's own studio.
Yeah, because they bought Activision Blizzard. Yeah.
Ah, got it. Because if I remember 2 years ago, there was a big shitstorm about Blizzard and back in the old days, and a lot of critique and old guys saying about the toxic culture at Blizzard. But now that's why I mentioned it, because I thought they were independent again, but they are still under the flag of Activision Microsoft.
Well, officially, it was always Activision Blizzard, and you had the Activision flag of games, the Activision side of games, and you also had the Blizzard branch, right? And
okay.
they were a separate thing. It was called one company, but you had two departments basically. But that the further the years went on, it came closer and came closer and came closer and came, until it basically was just molded together. Yeah, and that's when the shareholders wanted more and more and more and more. I think, yeah, because you have to remember that Blizzard really struck gold after Warcraft 3. They really struck gold. They really hit gold with World of Warcraft, and that son of a
Exploded.
bitch. That son of a bitch is it's amazing what they did with that, with the subscription model and the sales of the games. Yeah, they wanted to incorporate that style of
Money-making.
revenue in all their games.
Yeah, because there was so much revenue created because when I
Millions
remember
of
it
players,
correct-
bro.
Yeah, and it was monthly subscription, I remember.
Yeah, I think it still is. And back then it also was 13 euros a month.
Yeah, okay,
Dollars
but
or
then
euros?
then they got a cash flow going for months.
Yeah, big,
instead
big cash flow, man. Holy,
I mean,
holy
if you,
shit.
And if you bring it out once and then, you get a lot of cash flow at once, but then it's eventually will stop. But if
Still
you have
going strong, man.
subscription-based-
I think still around 5 or 6 million active players every month.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
That's
really
insane, man.
But let's
Insane.
but I'm really curious. Let's go back a little bit to the development of Warcraft 3, because back in the day they have this. How do you call it in English? The disk drive. I think it was a disk drive. The copy,
Yeah, but everything was on a CD drive.
Yeah, CD drive. Sorry,
Yeah.
but how? Because if you are a developer, you are a developer.
Yeah.
You are limited by that 700 MB, I think.
On the PC or not? No, on the PC or not. Basically, what that was a thing for consoles, yeah. But PCs, they were way ahead of their time already. The hard drives also, but you had to install the games that came on the CDs, right? I think.
But
Yeah.
how do you make something like that? Because it's more difficult than in these days. Because now you can build a Unity project and then publish it, or is it the same thing?
It's basically the same thing. Only the tools weren't there, so they had to make it themselves, man.
And that's hard.
Yeah, man. They made their own engine. They had, like I said, there was no 3D RTS engine available in the market, so they had to make it their own. They had to make their own. Yeah.
Is that engine still live?
I think in some degree.
It isn't Unreal.
No, it's their own engine. It's custom. It's a custom engine. Yeah.
Custom engine, okay.
Yeah, custom engine that they made in-house. And I think in some degree that Heroes of the Storm may still use it and StarCraft 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know that Blizzard sacked a lot of their RTS developers currently. The current Blizzard, they fired a lot of the RTS development teams because of favoring Diablo, World of Warcraft, that style of developers, and I think all those people they basically left, man.
All right. So it was hard to build, but they did it. They fixed it. They brought it out all over the world.
Yeah, but also have to remember, game patching was also a thing. You couldn't patch in these ginormous patches because we did have BattleNet back in the day. But that wasn't common. People didn't always have internet, you know? So there were a lot of people, that only played Warcraft 3 offline for the story and also just skirmish battles. People who never went online with this game.
But how many years of testing? Yeah, okay, they built
4
it in
years
4 years.
development,
But
4 years.
yeah, okay, so they did, I think, you can answer that question better than I do, but they have to test the game then for 6 months with a team of 100.
I think they started testing from day one.
And then they have to test with a lot of people to clear all out of the bugs, because you cannot have bugs.
Thank you, GJ, for the subscription, dude. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Nice to have you, bro.
Nice. Thank you.
Hey, man. That's a good boy.
Really good. All right. I'm a little bit off topic right now.
Oh, let's help him out
Right,
just a little bit. Where do we go?
I know. Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna. Let's do the cheer.
Yeah, let's do the cheer. Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's.
Oh, that's
That's the wrong one.
like, come on. Just
Come
messing,
on.
dude. Just messing, dude. Thanks, GJ, for the sub. 3
Yeah,
months in a row. That's a long time now, Timo.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't think GJ ever played Warcraft 3, but he does play League of Legends, I know for a fact. And also, he may have played a lot of Heroes of the Storm as well. And we mentioned the game a few minutes ago as well. So yeah, welcome to the show, dude. You were saying, Timo.
Yeah, I still remember the question. Yeah, because we're talking about patches, and they don't have the the resources to patch when there is a bug, so they have to make it perfect indeed. So they have to test it with, I think, 100 people for 6 months to clear every bug out.
Yeah.
Or how does it work, do you think?
Yeah, I think something like that, but I think longer, man. I think they had Blizzard was also their quality Q&A teams. Their Q&A was so good, so insanely good, and I think that they incorporated the testing and the balancing, and they really started doing that really early on already, and basically also they added the map editor with the game, you know, like I said before. But yeah, testing. That was basically what they did to make sure that it was good. And this game was really, really good. Still is really, really good, even after Reforged, where why everybody was the game everybody was so mad of a few years ago. But yeah, you had to make a good optimized game because not everybody had internet. So you weren't sure if people were able to get in those patches, you know?
True that. Okay, I get that. All right, and now, all right, let's dive now. So you bought the game, you start playing it. How good were you?
I was terrible. I was so terrible, dude. Oh my god, I still am terrible. I see some people going like they play Guitar Hero on their keyboards or something. I don't know, but they have so many actions per minute. I'm so bad at this game, but I really love it. I'm so slow.
Can you action per game? Can you look up? You got the YouTube, right? We can look up YouTube. Look it up. Can you show people actions per game? You have that top view from the keyboard, right?
Yeah,
the top players.
Let's see if I can find it.
Can you find it? I mean, that's crazy.
APM. Let's see if we
show
can
groupie.
Find Grubby. Yeah.
Moonasai said show groupie.
Show Grubby, yeah.
Action per minute.
Grubby actions per minute. Yeah, but he doesn't really show his hands, I think. Grubby doesn't show his hands, I think. If you have a suggestion, chat, let me know. Then I can... see if I can... find a video here. This guy.
All right, show it.
No. Hand cam. How to micro better. Trip Grubby. He doesn't never. I don't think he ever shows his hands.
You want to see
There
some fast hand?
There we go.
DJ
Got
said,
it.
"You want to see some fast handwork?"
Yeah. Nice.
Got some videos for you.
Yeah. Nice handwork. There we go. Let's see. What happened?
Everything is gone.
And it's gone. Where is
Music gone.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Uh-oh.
Is it back? There we go. And all I wanted to do is show this in chat.
Oh boy, no.
It's back, right?
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, streaming on Discord and on the brother. Is still a thing, man. I don't know why. No. Broken.
Nope. Uh-oh.
I'll continue
All right.
when that hand, the leper hand. Yeah, look at the stance of it. Look at the stance of it. It's
So
insane,
no
yeah, it'll be fixed in a minute.
no problem.
In a minute, I'll show it when we get to it. Yeah.
Yeah, but doesn't really matter. I mean, my point was, all right, you don't have the keyboard skills that Groovy has, or
No, not
But
Grubby.
did you
I think he
ever
has
try
like
to
200.
really?
Really?
Did you ever try to be good at Warcraft 3? Or
Yeah,
was it just
I played it.
playing?
I also tried to play. They called it to play ladder. They call it.
They had it back in the time. Back in the
Yeah,
day.
they had a ladder. Yeah, but I think it was bound to your your account didn't last for that long. The moment you logged out for, I still remember. I think if you didn't play for like 60 days or something, they did you just straight up deleted your account. Yeah.
So all progress was gone.
All progress was gone. Yeah. So you just had to keep playing. And right, Moon Aside, don't you remember that?
But did you play at the LAN parties, Warcraft 3?
Well, we still play this game at LAN parties, man. To be honest,
And
every year we go to this LAN party in November, right? I told you about it, right?
yeah.
And people still play Warcraft 3 for like 70% of the time.
That's nice.
That's insane, man.
And do
People
you
still
win
love
some?
it.
Are you still losing, or is it
Still
the point?
losing.
Is
And
still-
having fun. And having fun. Yeah.
Still losing, but having fun.
Yeah, losing and having fun. Yeah, that's basically the gist of it.
Why? What's so hard about the game? Or what? Why do you keep losing then?
Well, basically, Warcraft 3 is all about micro and macro, they call it.
Mm-hmm.
And the micro is basically the control of units. But also you have to keep in mind that you also build out your base, right? And create more units and create, you have to adjust based on what's happening on the field, right? Yeah, what I always do, I pick a strategy from the get-go. Okay, that's what I'm gonna build. And that's what it's going to be for that entire time, yeah, you know?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and other people, they are really a lot better at that. But also, this game is so old, and there are so many strategies you can pick from. You can counter basically everything. You can really everything, and you have a lot of guides for it, and people watch that online, or they made their own, of course. But also, the moment you fuck up, like you're starting the start of the game, it could be over within 5 minutes if you make one fuck up in the start of the game nowadays. So
Really?
yeah, it's really insane, man. A few seconds of delay in your game, in your build order, can basically cost you the game. Yeah,
Really?
I'm not joking, man.
So easy to do so.
Well, yeah, it's hard to recover from that, to be honest.
So you have to really be spot on if you're
Yeah.
playing against a good player, otherwise you're done.
Basically, yeah, that's basically what happens. You make a certain order, you go charge at the opponent's camp, and try to beat them in one go. That's how it goes right now. And also back in the day, of course, but every strategy is now determined already. It's already been made up, been found.
It was fun because back in the old days, when we played LAN parties, I did lot of Warcraft 3 and also Age of Empires. We made an agreement: you cannot attack each other for an hour.
Really? Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool.
But then what you have at that point in the game, everybody has the defenses are too good. I mean, it was just insane what battles you have then. I mean, then it was just, all right, let's smash everything and then let's see where it happens.
Yeah.
But you cannot attack everyone. So you have the time to build.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. But then you really are going to see, then strategy really comes into play. So you have to see, okay, what does my opponent build? And keep track of that, and then counter build towards that with counter units, right? You have to make a counter build against their strategy, and then it starts to be really cool. If you have the big battles with a lot of units coming in,
exactly, then you get all.
That's cool,
then
man.
You can, and then go.
That's really cool, man. And but then also the micro control comes into play, because you now have to put your ground units first and your range units in the back. But if that guy has flying units, then okay, you have to pull back your ground guys because they will get killed. Yeah, and that wasn't something that I was really was really good at. So basically, I lost all those matches. Now not all those matches, but a lot of matches because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I also did do sometimes when we still play this game, and I think I might play a game after this stream with a few friends of mine. But one of my strategies is also a really valid strategy that you can find online, is to basically rush people as an orc. You pick the orc race as your playable race, and instead of creating a lot of units from the start, you rush out with a peon, you go towards the other opponent's base and start building, and you start building watchtowers, so the towers that shoot a lot of arrows, right outside their camp.
Yeah, so they cannot do anything.
So they can't go out. The moment they go out, they are sniped from the tower, right?
Yep, I know the strategy.
Yeah, you know the strategy. Then, and the one is finished, you build a new one, one tile in front of it, and then when that is finished, you build another one in front of it, and and then you basically close in on the opponent only with watchtowers, and that's amazing, man. That's amazing.
It's so annoying to play against that kind of an opponent.
You can basically, it's really easy to fight against it. It's basically siege, but then you're all and another one, yeah, Duke. Basically, you have to build the siege weapons to destroy them. But then you're behind on siege weapons, because when you see them creating them, you start rushing to make like ground units or flying units to counter that again. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really cool, man.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
So that was your strategy. Just build guard towers, one front under the other, and then hope for the best.
It's a shitty strategy, but it worked. Hey?
It works sometimes.
Yeah, it really worked, man.
Is there, because we are listening to the sounds of the sounds of the soundtracks of the game.
Yeah, but this is World of Warcraft because they didn't have anything else on.
The reason why I'm asking, because you said it already there. I have a good memes. They build great memes. Is that these memes, are they on Spotify?
No, but I can find the YouTube memes.
That will be awesome. But yeah, work.
Work.
Work. So, Chat, question to you guys: is there more people that are playing? Oh, here we go. Who played World of Warcraft? Oh, Warcraft. Sorry, Warcraft 3.
Warcraft 3, man. That's that's a game.
Can't build there. Work complete. What?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Be busy. Leave me alone. No time for play. Me not that kind of work. Ready to work. Why not? Yes. Huh? What do you want?
Imagine being the guy who voiced all this, man.
Work. Okie dokie. Okay. Get on. I'll try.
That's cool, right?
Yeah. Yep. And do we get more? Do they have more?
Yeah, maybe.
Finally. Go back to the...
Oh, let's go back. We need...
Can't build there.
Warcraft.
Work's complete. What? Be busy. Leave me alone. No time.
Yeah, all cool.
Job's done. I can't.
Job's done.
Job's done.
Hey, you remember it, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't vote for
Yeah, but that's still the job's done.
Job's done.
Yeah, man. Means sound effect. Let's look at some. We can find some nice memes, right?
Yeah, that will be awesome. Memes of bloopers.
Yeah.
Hoelaloo. But that's Age of Empires.
Oh, I love it, man. I love it. Yeah, man.
I should have been a farmer like my father wanted. Lousy pay, constant danger.
Warcraft 3 soundtrack.
Is the yeah? Put
Yeah?
that soundtrack on. Yeah. What is the theme song? Do we have a theme song?
Warcraft 3 theme song. But also, no, we have to talk about this.
The graphics, the art.
Cinematic. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. This cinematic, dude.
Yeah, these cinematics.
This cinematic. Back in the day, man. Holy shit. 2002, right?
That was the intro.
No, not the intro.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing.
2002, dude. This was...
I still remember this.
Yeah?
Because the cinematic was, how they become the undead, right?
This is the guy who became the Lich King. Eventually. Arthas.
Yeah.
Duke of Duke says, Arthas, no white beater lives forever.
And look at this.
Amazing, man. Goosebumps. In the throne room of Lordaeron.
Ah, my son. I knew you'd be the no longer need to sacrifice for your people. Today you no longer need to bear the weight of your crown. I've taken care of everything.
You look a little pale, my friend.
A little bit. This is really nice cinema.
What are you doing, my son?
Amazing.
Succeeding you, father.
Goosebumps. Oh my god. Ugh. This is crazy, man.
This kingdom shall fall, and from the ashes shall arise a new order that will shake the very foundations of the world.
This how what was it again? And now they got a new how please.
What was the story?
Yeah, because when did they show this video? Was it in the beginning of the game?
No,
Of the
towards
campaign?
the end. It was towards the end of the human campaign, I think. Yeah, I think towards the end of the human campaign, yeah.
And then what was the cinematic of the undead then? Was it
Which game? Let's see. This one is what? This is at the end. End.
at the end? Ah, dude.
Beautiful, man. Also in 720p.
How did they make this cinematic?
Well,
at
they
that
had
period of time?
they had infinite money, man. Back in the day.
That's
And a lot of talented people. Really?
how did they build it? Like they draw everything.
No, they used the same computers that Pixar has.
Ah,
You lost your mind on this.
It took them months to render this.
You lied to your men and betrayed the mercenaries who fought for you. What's happening to you, Arthur?
Some prince will find only death in the cold.
Yeah, this is when Arthas becomes the Lich King. Do you remember this, Timo?
I'm still.
This prison.
Ugh. This is beautiful, man.
This is really beautiful. Sitting
Once
on the
again.
edge of the seat.
2002.
Sitting on the edge of the seat, watching it.
The boy has big hands, though.
Now he become the undead king.
The Lich King.
Are one.
The Lich King. Ooh.
Yeah, man. And then, eventually, in World of Warcraft, you go and face Arthas as the Lich King, man. That was
Nice.
amazing, dude. That was
So they
amazing.
continue. So they continue the story.
Yeah, basically, World of Warcraft was a continuation of Warcraft 3, yeah. Yeah, man.
They didn't make a remake of it.
Well, they re-released Warcraft 3.
They re-released.
Yeah, so I can Google that really quick. Warcraft 3 OG versus Reforged. So they did change a lot. If we go to... So basically they made a remaster of the game. So they did a lot of upscaling work and they also changed some models. And can we see this really quick? Yeah, so
Was
basically
die Zukunft bringt.
this is the difference in quality. So on the right side you have the OG. On the left side you have the reforged remaster of the game. But it looks really good. Well, okay. But I think and this might be also nostalgia, and I don't know what the rest of chat thinks of that, but I think the right image has character. It really has the distinct old,
The old one.
yeah, the old one, the distinct old art style that they kind of lost within the Reforged update.
So as a player, you really don't like the Reforged.
I don't turn on the new graphics. I turn on. You can still turn on the old graphics.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
God. So they kept that, but and they upscaled that, of course. But I don't do the new stuff. No, I only play in the old graphics. But it did do some justice. But in my opinion, they should have just left this game alone. And if they really wanted to create more RTS games in the Warcraft universe, yeah, just make a new one, man.
Just make a new one.
Just make a new one. Yeah. And earn a lot of money. But yeah, Warcraft 3, that was a holy grail, and they shouldn't have done that. Because what they did, they made it. That's actually pretty cool, to be honest. They so you had the original old game that released in 2002, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after years and years of time went by, and then I think it was 2017 or 18 or something, Blizzard suddenly announced that they were making a remaster of the original game, Warcraft 3 Reforged. Well, Reforged. That was what they did. And let me put in some good gameplay. Warcraft gameplay for the background. Then also let's put on some music while we are still there. There we go. There we go. Gameplay. There we go.
Ooh.
So they made an update. Well, they announced the remaster of Warcraft 3, that game from 2002, right? And everybody is okay. Let's see where this goes, right? But instead of re-releasing that game, they made an update to the original game. So that one old game, I repeat myself, they updated that old game from 2002 to include everything from the new game. And the only thing that was different and you also couldn't access the new graphics if you wanted. Then you had to buy the patch. You had to buy the update, and then you could access then you were able to access the new graphics and such like that. But they also, I say this one more time, they updated that really amazing, perfectly balanced, perfectly written, amazing game.
So, and you suggesting that is a good idea? Don't do that.
That was not a good idea.
Don't do that.
Just leave that sucker alone, man. It was perfectly fine. It was a perfectly good game. Do not touch that, because they actually removed features from it. They removed features from it.
By accident.
No, well, I don't know what they did, but they, like you also said, right? LAN party games, LAN parties. People still play this game. They remove LAN play.
Really?
They removed LAN play, dude.
Why?
I don't know, money or something. So you couldn't play at the LAN party anymore. Well, you could play online, of course, but you had to play through Blizzard service then. So what did we do at the LAN party?
Yeah.
We pirated the game. Well, while we all had it, we just pirated the old game files. Never took it online. And basically, you had to play the old game like that. So basically, you had to pirate the game in order to play a perfectly balanced, fine game some company made like 20 years ago. That's insane, dude.
That's really insane.
That's insane, dude. So yeah. That happened, man.
All right.
People weren't that happy about about the Reforged update. Yeah, about this move. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, we have let's say 12 minutes left, so I got a few questions to be asked.
Yeah.
And then we do a short break, and then I think we talked a lot about Warcraft 3, and then maybe we can go into the gameplay, but with some other games. I mean, we have to play Final Fantasy as well. So
yeah, we still have to continue that series as well. So we can do that afterwards. PlayStation is right there. So
yeah,
but
exactly.
Hey,
so
let me have it.
First of all, chat, do you have also some great memories from Warcraft 3? Please let us know in the chat. Maybe if you played against Gus or some other crazy stories with Gus. With other great stories about Warcraft 3. But yeah, I got some couple of... Hey, Ruben. What? Was Ruben already born?
Wow, that's an amazing question, actually, man. Oh my god. Ruben was not born when this game came out. No, Ruben was not born when this game out. He was not born because I still remember this game was from 2002, Ruben. 2002.
2002.
Yeah.
I was there.
You were there? Yeah, you were there. Of course, but I still remember this game. Okay, the story that I was going to create. No, the story that I was going to do to tell you guys was I still remember. Ruben is my small brother. My mother telling me and my other brother that she was pregnant from Ruben while I was playing this game. Yeah, I still remember that like the day of tomorrow, man.
Of the day of yesterday.
The day of yesterday, man. Like the day of yesterday, yeah. Dude, that imprinted in my mind, man. Yeah, we were right in the middle of this enormous addiction of Warcraft 3 and online games, custom games. Me and my other brother Don. That was insane, dude. I still remember my parents telling us that my other small brother was coming into this world. Yeah.
So you were playing, and then, guys, please shut the game down. We have something to tell you guys.
Yeah, we have something to tell you guys. Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
And then remember it. I rushed back into the computer room after that, and then I told all my friends who I was gaming online with back in the day already. I'm gonna be a big brother again. I still remember that, man.
Nice.
I still remember that. Yeah, it was on April 1st. So me and my brother were like, yeah, of course. April Fool's Day, huh? Mm-hmm. You're not getting us. You're not getting us. And then she showed the echo pictures.
Yeah, and so it was.
Yeah, it was amazing, man. Yeah,
nice.
That was amazing.
So great memories from Warcraft 3, Ruben. Thanks for coming, because otherwise we didn't have that story.
So you weren't there. You weren't there, Ruben, because I still remember the story.
Funny story though. I tried to see it in front of me, but I think I have a clear idea how that went.
Yeah.
All right, I got two questions for you. All right, if you can give me on a scale to 1 till 10 a grade about the what?
No, can't do. It's not. I can't do a ranking.
Well, no, I got two questions for you. First, I need a ranking of the music.
Whoa, dude, that music, that's a 9.5 out of 10, man.
Yeah?
Still get the shivers. Okay. Maybe a 10 out of 10, actually.
Okay, it's the same level.
Perfect.
It's the same level as Final Fantasy then.
No, better.
Better?
I think this game, Warcraft 3, has a perfect soundtrack, I think, yeah. And
Yeah,
also with
the perfect
effects,
soundtrack.
it's amazing, man. Also, the first 2, 3 games and expansions of the World of Warcraft, it was basically the same team that made those games. It was near perfect, man. I think it's
It was near perfect.
so good. Goosebumps still all over my body when I hear that music.
All right, so 10 out of 10. That's a big one.
Yeah, it's
All
really
right,
good.
that's
Really, really good. Yeah.
okay then. All right, and then if you have to give a grade about the whole game, gameplay, sounds, and everything, what would you? What would you say?
Gameplay. I think this, like I said, this is one of my favorite games of all time, dude.
So
This is one of my favorite games of all time. I can only recommend people to just play and buy and play this gem. Just buy it. Don't pirate it. Buy this game. Buy Reforged, even though it's not as good as it was back in the day. But Blizzard has to know that these kinds of games are still valid and are still good. I think overall, there is not a perfect game. But I'm gonna do it, and this is a 10 out of 10, man. This game, this is amazing. And also the Frozen Throne expansion that they put out after it, also perfect perfect aces.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Man. For me
this,
personally, this is one of the best games ever made, man.
So you're gonna place it on top of Final Fantasy. That's what you're actually saying.
No, I am not going to say that. But
so let's make it a 9 out of 10 then, because we still have one game to review, and that's gonna be a 10 out of 10, I think.
Maybe not. But there is no perfect game, but sentiment and hours played and memories and nostalgia, but also quality of a game. They had a goddamn metal band in this game.
It was the first game ever.
No, they had an actual metal band, made up metal band in this fantasy game.
No way.
Yeah, man, it's amazing. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Like, and why not? You know?
Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah, they just added it into the credits of the game. They out of nowhere they had a metal band existing out of all the members. No, existing of only members of the development studio.
Mm-hmm.
They instead of a normal credits roll, they basically they just created a song with all of them.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So yeah, okay, that's a funny story.
Yeah,
though.
man.
That's a unique one to do.
And also that band performed at all the they don't anymore, but back in the day, Blizzard had a yearly conference, the BlizzCon conference. Maybe you've heard of it, but it's a yearly conference they always held. I think during August or September or something, where they talked about upcoming games, upcoming updates, and they also had music acts always on that conference. And the Elite Tauren Chieftain, that was the name of the band, performed a few times on that conference for years and years after in a row. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So they marketed on a
Elite Tauren Chieftain. Let me see if I can find it. The Elite Tauren Chieftain. No, that's okay. That's not it. No.
So they were all big metal fans.
Yeah, they were all big metal nerds, man, as well. Yeah, man.
Nice.
So yeah, this is really a unique game, and so yeah, like in standards of game development, and I really rate it really that high. But if we were to give it, if 10 out of 10 is not possible, yeah, then 9.2, 9.5, something like that. It's really high. It's up there, man. It's up there.
All right. So if we can conclude everything, it's the first of the best game of Blizzard for you.
No.
And that is
No, yeah, it's their best RTS they ever made, in my opinion.
All right.
Yeah.
And best RTS, you got great memories. I mean,
Yeah. This is, but this whole franchise that they created, the Warcraft franchise.
it's all started over there.
Yeah, after that, you had to imagine you were a little boy of 12 years old. You played Warcraft 3 for years and years and years and years, and then out of nothing, like 2 or 3 years later, you were totally invested into this game. Then they announced and released the World of Warcraft, so you could go into that world and live inside that world that you really are so passionate about and so are so enthusiastic about and so invested in. You can then actually walk inside that world and with your friends, of a matter of fact, huh? And basically have a life there and have adventures there in third person or first person, whatever you wanted. And that was magical, man. But Warcraft 3 started that interest, started that that story, started that experience that they later continued in the World of Warcraft. A totally different kind of game, but all same vibes, man. Same music, same quality, same everything, man. It's but it's a totally different game. But yeah, I'm gonna repeat myself. It's amazing.
Well, and I think we're going to conclude this.
Yeah, no. We're not going to conclude yet because I asked you a question at the start of this podcast.
Oh shoot! I got 1 minute left. All right. What was the question?
1
again?
minute.
I got 1 minute left to answer the question. What was the question again?
What was your what is your experience with Warcraft 3 from back in the day? Because you also played this game, right, Timo?
Yeah, that's true. I think it's the same story as you told already in the past hour. I mean, I have the same experience. I bought the CD, I bought the CD at the time, and then I played it like crazy. The way that you described it. Only I didn't play it with my friends. I just played it by myself, and I can still remember that it was a lot of hours playing this game, and it was
because
great
this
to do so.
single player, man, that's something else.
Yeah,
it's
the
like
campaign mode. The campaign mode. We didn't even talked about the campaign mode, but the skirmish mode was fantastic. I mean, the campaign mode was fantastic.
Yeah,
so
they made two different games and in one package. It's insane. It's insane, dude.
Yeah. So, what you already mentioned for the last hour, I'm not fully focused on the music. It was a great game to play at the time, and I'm still in. I think if I'm gonna play it again, I'm still enjoying it, and you make me want to play it again. So thank you for that, Cas. Thank you for that.
You should really get this game while it's hot, man. It's this game. I think it's 20 or 30 euros now with the Reforged update. I really recommend you maybe just playing the story also again, because
that will be really good. So thanks for telling your passion and your knowledge about Warcraft 3. I was getting goosebumps during some videos. That was the same feeling that I had. So I was a little bit moved by those videos. So thanks for that and telling the story about the game and everything about it. So thanks for that, Cas.
Yeah, really thank you for really being here as well, man. Yeah, it was a good one. You are about to embark home, right?
Well, I can watch a little bit for a couple of 30 minutes. Watch you play, or
now what I think I'm going to do is I am going to take a small bathroom break and change up some behind the scenes things to get ready to play.
All right.
The remake, because we are still also working on that series, right? So I would suggest you guys to we wait a few minutes, then I'm back, and then you, Timo, you can stick around if you want, but if you're not, No,
I can. Then I will watch the stream as well. So I will gonna watch you play. So that's so you don't have to do. If I'm gonna leave, you don't have to change up the setup. So maybe that's a good one to do. So.
Okay. Then, so you're gonna stay inside the stream, or are you gonna go
No.
home?
I'm gonna go home and watch the stream, and if I'm
Oh, you're gonna
I'm
go
join-
home to watch the stream. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna go home and watch there, sitting down with a bunch
sure.
of popcorn, and then
Yeah.
gonna watch.
Okay, let's
watch
do
how
that.
you get.
Then we'll be back in a few minutes, guys. We'll be back with our continuation of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Timo, thank you so much for your time and all the questions and everything surrounding this beautiful gem of a game.
Yep.
And like I said, we'll be back in a few minutes, and we're gonna say good night, Timo, everybody.
I will see you Wednesday.
I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Ciao. Like I said, guys, we are back.